Alexandru, it's a pleasure to welcome you.
Happy to be here.
You have played very important roles in your career spanning more than 20 years. You have understood the landscape of technology pre-AI and now with AI. You have done a lot of initial research into AI. I thought, it's better to start understanding the landscape from at 30,000 feet level if I take you back 10 years and how AI has been evolving, and then we can take it from where we are today.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So 10 years ago, before the big models, either GANs or diffusion models or transformers, there was a lot of skepticism that AI will be able to do the things it is able to do today in terms of both intelligence and creativity and being able to understand humans in this new way and execute their commands. So I think at the time there were many in academia and in large companies like Disney and others that were believing that with AI we would be able to reinvent creativity, and this is what got me into this field. I was working closely with the Adobe research department, and they had this vision that in the future, and this was in 2017, they had this vision that in the future you will be able to talk to the computer and it will be able to do the edits you do now in Photoshop. And it looked magical and also very hard to believe it's possible, but the vision was so exciting that I got together with some of these researchers and innovators and thought, okay, how do we make it happen? So we created this small team working with the Photoshop team, building something called neural filters that was designed to help computers and Photoshop generate new pixels. It was a generative set of models before these big models, and they were very successful. We got millions of users. It put Adobe on it went viral, etc. So we realized very fast that this space was indeed an area that can revolutionize generative media, the content creation and editing process. So we've decided to start investing and stay close to this field. So before ChatGPT happened, my team was already working in this space. So when Adobe realized the transformation was coming and it was even bigger, asked my team and myself to set up this new group of building the Firefly models and take it to the next level. So an exciting journey, and at the macro level, the beginning, I think, of a multi-decade kind of step where we will be seeing computers understanding more and more, thinking outside of the box, and getting basically helping us focus on the things we like and delegate the things that are TDM and chores. At least this is our vision for creativity. We want to give the creative professionals the power to direct the whole the whole content creation process, and make sure that the automation, the low-level tests are done by the AI.
Fast forward to 2025. The initial thoughts that you mentioned and the work that went into strategizing or bringing this together has now bore the fruits of your hard labor, and now consumers are all very engaged with AI, and Adobe is a fabulous company with great consumer products. At the end of the day, you are getting this technology into the hands of the consumers. And how do you see the transition, and what would you advise the consumers to the exciting times ahead?
Yeah, I think at Adobe we have three types of customers. We have consumers and small businesses with Acrobat, the PDF reader, and with Adobe Express. We have creative professionals with the Creative Cloud, Photoshop, and others. And we have enterprises with the various suites in digital marketing and content creation, etc. And across the board, my advice, and this was the advice from the beginning, for both our customers, for both my team and my family, I have kids, my advice to all of them was embrace this new technology. It's like the new digital literacy. You need to master it, because otherwise it's going to be harder to compete in this world. And once you master it, it's actually going to be a very enjoyable experience, and your productivity, your creativity will expand. For consumers in particular, I think using AI to consume the internet, like in Acrobat we have the AI assistant that you can put your PDFs and you don't have to read them anymore, not fully, easily, you can also ask the assistant, summarize them for me, extract the important pieces for me, and we're doing it with a very high accuracy, not hallucinating responses, etc. For content creation, we're following the same thing. If you need to create something, now you can talk to Adobe and other people's tools to create content much easier. And same for marketers. You can reimagine how you do marketing, digital marketing, how you do content creation, personalized content creation at scale by using AI. So this is it's very important. And again, AI should not be used without really mastering it. I think we need to learn how to ask the right questions, how to pick from the AI responses the ones that are really meaningful, and still maintain our edge as humans, edge in creativity, edge in intelligence, and in how we discern the right information from the noise. Because the AI is not magical. It's a powerful tool, but in the end, it's just a tool.
I can take the same advice to the developers. Be curious, be creative, and build those. And for you who's building, I think you probably have over 300 people working under you. You have to keep them abreast not only with the innovation that is happening, but also curious to keep building those products. How do you do that?
I think engaging with customers is one way to be continuously exposed to customer problems. This is something that motivates me very much, and is just listen to what customers have to say about using your product. And you can listen, and we have feedback mechanisms in our tools. There's social feedback. You can go on X and listen at what they have to say, and then understanding the problems and asking the 5 whys. Why are they saying those things, and how can I make their life easier is very important for us. In terms of scientific curiosity, I'm fortunate to work with many brilliant people that are all many of them have PhDs, and they are passionate themselves by the scientific pursuit. So for them, just making sure they can stay connected to all of this infinite stream of high quality papers that they read, I think that's very important to always keep up to what's happening in the scientific space, and keep up with all of those innovations so we can innovate differentiated things on top.
Alexandru, again, very good words of advice, and thank you for coming and sharing your thoughts with us.
It is my pleasure, and I'll end with this joke. I moved from Romania to US to give my son a good education, and he ended up being at MIT, which, as I say to my Indian friends at Adobe, is like the US version of IIT. So very happy to be here in this with all of these founders and IIT graduates, and hope that my learnings are going to be helpful for some of them.
Indeed. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome.